Welcome back, my kindred, to Canada by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade live play podcast. Over the next 2 years, Valerie learned how to box, and although she lost all of her fights, she steadily improved. She also began to connect with her training partners, Robin, John, and Jack. But when she grew afraid that it was all getting too good to be true, Cross had a heart-to-heart with her. He encouraged her to commit to her friendships, and Valerie received some assurance that if she wasn't looking for demons, she'd be alright. But as Valerie gets stronger and trains harder, will the demons find her? Find out now as we return to the world of darkness.
Valerie, you and your friends, companions, roommates definitively, anything else is a question for you. Continue living and training together. And Rufus Cross returns a week after Christmas. He says, "Can I speak with you?"
Sure, Mr. Cross.
Awesome. Just step outside. And you both step out of the building.
Okay.
Into a kind of windswept corner where there are some dividers up. There's a moment of just, he looks at you and goes, "Oh, not outside. It's cold. Sorry." And he brings you back in and brings you up to his office and says, "Here's fine. I just don't need other people over here."
Okay.
I'm realizing I made assumptions about you, Valerie. You don't know what you want, and I'm trying to give you things that maybe help the gym, maybe. I don't even know about that. I fucked up Christmas, basically. What's a gift you'd like, Valerie? You could have anything you want. What would it be?
Anything?
Go for it.
A car.
All right. What kind of car do you want?
I don't know, something better than that truck out back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
What do you mean?
I got a friend who owns a dealership. Let's go.
Okay.
And he takes you up to his Cadillac. He says, "You want to bring the others, or is it just a you thing?"
This is like, you could see her mulling over this, where it's like, she feels more comfortable alone. It's just, you told me I'm supposed to lean in. Should I bring him?
This is about how you want to live your life. Do you want them included in this decision, or is this a you decision?
Bring him.
All right, mount up. He goes inside and collects everyone else, and you all pile into his Cadillac. He says, "All right, we're going car shopping for Valerie."
Wow.
Fuck.
That was all right, John.
I'm trying.
Does anybody want a coffee? We're not serving coffee inside the Cadillac. You can have it when you get back. I'm sure they'll have some at the dealership. And you all drive nearby. It's about 15 minutes away. There's a used car lot that's still open for some reason. The hours say that it closes at 9 p.m. It is much later than 9 p.m., but it is still open. A salesman is waiting and comes out to walk you through the lot. Rufus says, "All right, figure out what you like."
Okay. And Valerie's going to go over to Rick. Rick, nice stuff. What car's nice?
Robin or
No! Why does he keep doing this?
it's Rick Springfield.
No, you gotta say, we gotta play this out now that it's legitimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a legitimate flub.
Okay. Valerie, you just called me Rick. Who's Rick?
Fuck. Sorry. I didn't mean it. Rick taught me to fight before.
Oh. He taught you those moves?
Yeah, most of them. I really looked up to him, and I just wanted your help with this.
Oh, okay. All right. Rick sounds cool.
Yeah, he was.
Oh. All right. Do you want to talk about cars now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, please.
Cool, yeah.
So the whole group chimes in. What's the one thing you think Valerie should have?
It's got to go
in her car?
fast. It's got to go so fast. Fastest car. What's your fastest car, sir?
Well, I got a pretty good one in the back. I don't know. Let me. Is there anybody else who's a decider in this?
May I, Valerie?
Please.
I feel like I should have a sturdy frame and, good mileage, safety and heft.
All right, so we're looking for a sturdy frame, some safety and heft, also good mileage. Feels like a couple of things. We're going to let that ride, and fast as hell.
And fast.
And fast. And what about you, young man? Is he involved in this decision?
Sure, yeah. Jack?
It should be blue.
Blue.
Is that okay color?
Yeah, that's great.
Or should it be brown like coffee?
Blue. We'll go with blue.
It should be blue. All right, so it's got to be blue as well. This car's for you.
Yeah.
What the hell do you want then? I don't know why I'm talking to them.
Something that checks all those boxes.
Any boxes you want to add to this one?
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, what do you want, Val?
Not a truck.
Not a truck. That's good. Most of them aren't very fast. This is excellent. It's all coming together. I'm drawing boxes so I can check these off and know more about cars.
Well, I happen to have written down.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
it works.
It needs to match all these requirements.
Yep.
Actually, it might need to match all these requirements. Can you please roll me a wits and I'm going to say awareness, just as our general luck roll.
2 successes.
2 successes. It will be, unless yours is super fancy, it will be a solid mid-range version of that. So
Yeah, well, I think it's a good in between because it's a classic car. So it maybe isn't the newest, bestest. It's maybe a little run-down version of it. But we're looking at a 1968 Dodge Charger RT Blue.
you got that. It's a little rusty. It's a little beat up in a superficial way that does not negatively affect the frame. It goes fast as hell, and it is very blue.
Is it the one that has that stripe down the top?
I think so. Racing stripe on it?
Yep, you're right. That's why that racing stripe's on that one. That's the one we're talking about, not the one next to it that has the flames, and not the one next to it that has nothing. We're talking the stripey one.
Yeah, we'll take that one.
All right, it's yours.
Valerie's having the most surreal time ever as far as like mutual discussion of these things, saying, I want this random thing and it happening. This is just a lot.
And Rufus Cross is filling out the paperwork for this, just signing things quickly with the deal. And goes, all right, you get that out of here. All right, Valerie, a lot of people name their vehicles. Is there a certain name you want for this car, or is it just a car to you?
People name cars.
Yeah, people tend to get attached to vehicles. Some of them. Some people don't. Some people just way to get from place to place.
What would you name a car?
Well, I mean, I hate to be terribly unoriginal, but my Cadillac's named Caddy.
Right. Okay.
But naming your own car, that's a sacred trust. It's your vehicle. It ain't anybody else's. So it's like letting somebody else name your kid.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just call it Charger.
All right. Charger's yours. He tosses you keys.
She catches these keys and takes a beat to Mr. Cross.
Yep.
Thanks. Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
You don't need anything from me.
Nope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, you can all get a ride back to the gym in Charger.
In Charger?
I imagine so.
Shotgun.
Could I have the shotgun? I have more mass.
What? No, I called shotgun, John.
Yeah, but you're small.
I'm going to leave this up to all of you to settle. I'm going to head off. He climbs in Caddy and says, have a good night. Room. Rufus Cross gone.
Valerie, please.
Jack, you sit in front.
What?
Okay.
This is the greatest day in my entire life. And he climbs into the front. And you drive back to the gym with one thrilled Jack and 2 very frustrated Robin and
He's
John.
just stuck.
Yeah, just like pressed against the glass. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. And you return to the gym. And now you've got your own way to go shopping. These trips get a little easier, though the shotgun battle continues as these years progress. Can I get all of you to roll me? I would accept brawl or athletics, depending on if your focus is on fights or stunts. Robin, I will get I mean, I'd say brawl if you're focused on fighting, but what is there something else you would be focusing on? Because over these years, you all find it very interesting. But ever since that Christmas, Rufus Cross has started asking you more what you want and trying to deliver that instead of just expecting things for the gym or just assigning things to you. I feel like fighting and or stunts might actually be Robin's core desires.
Yeah. Robin's needs were met pretty early. He needed an outlet. He needed a safe place to lash out with structure, and Cross has given him structure. He would never have asked for structure, but he's been given it.
Yeah.
John? I don't want really any physical. I don't think he wants any physical things per se. Possessions don't do much for him, so I think it's more just like building relationship with Valerie, being able to like talk more and feel like the non-judgmental touch of Valerie and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I would say Rufus Cross from the sidelines subtly schedules breaks in over the course of the year and low-level cheap vacations. The idea that you guys could go camping or you could go to like a cabin somewhere for a weekend just to be able to have that time where it's impossible to train and get bogged down in the day-to-day, but to just be stuck in a place where you would end up talking. Mm-hmm. Valerie, what do you want?
I think Valerie is very excited by the training, the different training. And I think she likes some of the martial arts, especially so like some of the wrestling, because it feels so different from I punch something or I try to kill something. It does feel more like a sport. And I think other than that, it's nice having the car and nice having outings, because even like going to the movies, doing chill hobby things, that's not something that's ever been part of her life. And getting to do that with these people. And then being able to get a little bit more into the world and feel safe to do that because she's surrounded by these people who feel like companions.
Okay. Let's get a strength and athletics for you, John, just to see how your training's going, because I think your interpersonal relationships would grow as everyone has talked about investing in those. Mm-hmm. We've got the athletics and stunts. If you think stunts are priority or fight, up to you, because that depends on whatever way Robin wants to lean. And for Val, do you think this would be a mental role for your ability to trust the environment, or do you think you would be focused on your training and we can see how training goes and just know that your environmental trust is increasing if bad things don't happen?
Sorry, this is a big one to think about. Mm-hmm. I think that the more bad things don't happen over time, the more she's getting comfortable and trusting that it will continue to do so. It's starting to feel so devoid and separate from her younger life that it's like, okay, maybe this whole thing is different. So I think maybe it's just the actual physical training, because it feels her conversation with Mr. Cross, and even having that conversation and him being a little scary over dinner, she felt a little worried about that and like, what is this guy? Or like, should I investigate more into this guy? But then the moment he was nice and they were all like in this together moment, it was like that fled her brain. She didn't start thinking about that again. And so she's just focused on the training.
Great. Then I would accept either athletics or brawl as your role for training with strength.
Great. Can I get strength, brawl, grapple?
You will earn your grapple at the end of this period of time. So we will find out how this training goes.
It's on my sheet for now.
I know, yes. But now you will have fully earned it.
Okay. Take it.
I'm going to go athletics.
Great. Let's get the athletics from Robin.
Oh, Robin. 2 successes for Robin's foray into stunt training.
All righty. You begin training over the course of these 2 years. You are doing well in school. Your first success is you graduate from stunt school. You put the time in, you figure out the basic car tricks, high falls. You've done a full body flame so that you can get used to that. You've done getting punched over things. You've got the gear. You're ready for all of this. You know the tricks with guns. You know the safety around those weapons. The challenge is getting hired. Over these 2 years, there are not a ton of action films or other films that require stunts filming in Calgary.
Yeah.
And you do book one. You do book one. You get to double for a pretty big Hollywood actor. Unfortunately, they won't tell you who it is, so you don't know. And They will not show your face. Sometimes in stunts, you could try to cheat it a little bit.
Right,
So
yeah.
you could have that one shot where if somebody knew, they could watch that movie and go, oh, that's Robin.
Yeah.
There's no opportunity for that. So you are an unsung hero in this. But you have that one gig that gets booked and you get through stunt school on top of the fight training. So you've had some small successes that you're hoping to capitalize on.
Okay.
John.
That's 2 successes, 4 failures.
Okay. You put on, over these 2 years, another 10 pounds of muscle. You just strap it onto that body. So you were getting bigger and bigger every year at a rate that you were very thankful to those genetics for that you mentioned earlier. Most other people might have to turn to drugs, but John Doe just lifts heavy things.
Yeah.
I'm going to check something for Jack.
My hormones are good.
Good for him. Jack gets taller.
Hey.
Gets
There
taller,
you
gets
go.
stronger, training in the gym. So he is reaching the point of being 17.
My God.
In this gym, just sprouting up, still doing the chores, a little more lanky. He never quite got a handle on his coordination. Where he could dodge under things. He tends to be the guy who dings the top of his head. He tends to be the guy who trips over things where he otherwise wouldn't. He constantly has bruises on his shoulders because he's hitting door frames going around them. Like he's never really gotten used to the extra inches he's strapped on, but he is living his best life trying to keep this gym running. And you're all doing so well in your careers that he's kind of taken over the front desk. He's got a bit of an admin thing going on that's feeling pretty solid. Valerie, what'd you get?
Doing a lot better with this new training. I got 4 successes.
Hell yeah.
4 successes. Incredible. You managed to stack on the extra weight that gets you to the point of starting to look like the Valerie that we know in the future. You're hitting that bodybuilder meets training partner kind of thing. You're not worried about being like fighting trim. You are happy to fight in the largest weight division possible until you weigh out, and that's fine too, because Valerie still, despite the safety, does not want to be small. That is a driving force in your life. And you are very successful at all of these various forms of training. You find you have a knack for the physicality of this.
Yeah.
And you even manage to book 3 independent wrestling promotions where you go in and you learn not a lot of the fighting. There are predetermined results. You're welcome into the kayfabe circle. A random question, because I have to know, is would you tell the rest of the group about kayfabe, or are you playing that these are real? Because in the 80s, the idea that wrestling matches were predetermined was unheard of and very protected by the industry.
I think this will be completely determined by how Robin reacts to whatever is going on. Because if Robin is super into it and really excited, I don't think she could break it to him. I think she could. She would have to let him live the Hollywood dream of it being real.
Okay, interesting.
How does Robin feel about?
I will say in the matches, what you would see is they are pairing up Valerie with small, very pretty, very kind of like hyper feminine wrestling partners, and Valerie is coming out in a mask, just looking super muscly and super tough, and she's doing a lot of the cool giant moves that you see of like stepping over the top rope into the ring, picking the other person up and pressing them over her head before throwing them to the floor. She loses every match to a weaker, less interesting lady, but it's always a slog, and Valerie always comes out looking like a hardcore badass. She always seems to lose on a technicality or like a last second trick where the other person has to get away. But it's clear Valerie coming into these matches, she's mean.
Yeah.
The crowds are booing her. Like she's just a villain in this ring.
Yeah. Robin goes to every show kind of thing because it's fighting. It's great.
Yeah.
I think Robin rolling, we would say low, right? Only 2 successes for stunt school. Getting through stunt school and booking one thing. He knows now that these, through the lens of stunts and that kind of thing, it's all a predetermined series of events. The fight, the car chase. And he also knows in boxing, you have a say in how this goes, kind of thing. And I think he really likes that. And I think he's suspecting that there's a little bit of stunt school at play.
You're seeing
in
some
the
big
ring
throws
here.
and some rolls out of
Like
them. in a
he's
strange
also
way.
fought Val a lot. He's like, "What are you doing, Valerie? What are you doing up there?" Yeah, and I think he's kind of putting it together himself. But like, it's still super fun because he also loves the movie still anyway.
Yeah.
So he's still having a great time. But yeah, there is a thing of like I think he gives you like a yeah, you get him next time there, eh, Val? Like a wink. It was like, for sure you'll win the next one kind of thing.
Yeah. And Valerie in her normal back to that is like, yep, they don't really play to win here. I'm not trying to kill anybody.
Oh, I know you would too.
That a serious nod. So I think in general that that works for Valerie a lot is that it is so far away from reality that it's not even the same type of fighting, which makes it more fun.
And what is your wrestling persona's name? Knowing that you are a masked character in 1982, which is a very specific kind of wrestling.
That's a great question.
Sorry, 1984-ish.
I'm trying to think of what it would be. I don't know enough about wrestling to try
Oh,
and
it doesn't
pull
matter.
one.
Sometimes it's like they're an evil dentist. Like it's literally whatever you want. It's like there's a mask. Ooh, okay. If we want to play this a different way, what kind of wrestling character would Val like the most? What kind of character would she be drawn to if she was watching wrestling? Or even if it's any of kind of your modern day experiences, what do you think Val's wrestling hit would be in terms of the superstar she'd be drawn to?
Yeah, I think she would like all of the heels because playing dirty to her is the correct way to win. So I think that she would very much enjoy those sorts of characters. And I think also there would be some level of interest in something that's spooky or supernatural of just like, this is not a human person.
I love that. Okay, can you roll me a strength and streetwise?
Yep. Okay.
Strength, because you are very strong, and that factors into the persona, and streetwise, which is how well can you play the crowd / the organizers.
It's 2 successes.
Okay. You were just known as the Demon. A name assigned to you by the organizer. So it has a strange ring to it for you specifically.
Yes.
But you come in a black mask, you come in leathers, you throw down and are defeated. And in one case, due to the requirement of the owner, you are defeated by water, holy water being flicked on you, and you run away.
But this is perfect. Obviously, the name is, she has mixed feelings about it, but it's honestly perfect because Valerie's not good at acting or being charismatic or any of that. So it's just like you walk out, you don't say anything, you be spooky, you leave. It's perfect.
Yeah. And you all are shocked that Jack, who occasionally goes to the matches, is completely unaware that Valerie is the demon. He just,
even better.
He keeps booing the demon on the way back. He's like, I don't know why they kept pushing back your match, Valerie, but I hope you get to fight that demon. She's a real problem.
Yeah, well, I'll get there eventually. Just need to work harder, right?
I mean, you're working pretty hard. You keep getting bigger. I mean, you're almost as big as the demon.
Yep, one day I'll beat that demon.
Yeah, boo the demon, right?
Right. Yep.
Demons. Yeah, we don't like those.
No.
We certainly don't. Jack falls asleep in the car ride home. He's 17 and he's very tired. And you all have this excellent stretch. It's 1984. Time is progressing. The gym is starting to get a bit more of a reputation in town. Seemingly, the plan was that all of you would become these kind of famous figures in these specific gym-related disciplines to draw people in. But you're also just very good people. People are coming into the gym because they like all of you. You're doing well in the competitions. You've got these cool, very random skill sets. And it turns out a lot of people who are like, I'd like to learn how to fight, also want to learn how to do cool stunts and hear stories from a movie set.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who are trying to do amateur bodybuilding or lifting and want to pack on mass. And they know about steroids, but they don't have access to that. So they need to talk to the one guy who seems to know how to do it without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's John.
And there are people who want to learn self-defense, who want to be around and feel safe going to the gym late at night and returning to their car.
Yep.
And they are escorted by Valerie, a.k.a. the demon, but people don't know that, to have that experience. And there is a bit of a community building up around this gym, a small one. Is it financially viable? None of you can figure out how.
How is it working?
But Rufus Cross seems to really believe in the dream of this place and perhaps in the dream of all of you, which is why you are surprised when he comes to tell you that he is going to be unavailable for some time. I'm going to be away for a year.
A year?
Oh.
Yeah.
Where you going, Mr. Cross?
I can't dive too deep into that. You know, I work for a very specific part of the government. They're going to send me off to do what I need to do, work in foreign lands. I'll be back in a year. So I just need you all to hold down the fort and don't do anything crazy.
We can do that. Run the business, no problem.
Yeah. Any specific things you need us to get done in a year?
Gym's running fine. I'm happy. Just don't do anything crazy. I'd like to come back to all of you still here if possible, or have moved on to greener pastures where I can find out where you are, where you're happy. A year's a long time. I'm aware people fall in love, get married, there's enough time to have a kid in for some people. I'm not saying any of you are planning on doing that, but I'm saying, Robin, you date a lot. You tend to leap in both feet first sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so greener pastures are possible.
Okay.
Well, let's just be you. Be happy. Have fun.
Okay. I guess I could take over the bookkeeping too, because I know I kind of do that pretty well, I guess.
Yep, you manage your personal macros, so why not manage the business ones? I'll get you set up with the books.
Okay. Thank you for trusting me.
Thank you for your technical excellence.
Thank you for thanking me.
You're welcome. Now, is there anything any you need from me, knowing I'm going to be out of touch for a good while?
If something, I don't know what'll happen, but if something happens, we can't get in touch with you.
It's better if you can't.
Okay.
I can give you a phone number. You call one time that whole year. You want that?
Yeah.
All right. He writes out a number, gives it to you on a piece of paper.
Right. Valerie's happy with that.
All right. Well, when do you ship out?
I'm going tomorrow. I'm aware this is short notice, but sometimes they rip the Band-Aid. It ain't me making the call.
Are you free tonight?
Yeah.
Let's do something then, I guess.
All right. What do you want to do?
Yeah, maybe should we go out somewhere?
I was wondering, there's this new paintball field.
Oh.
Does anybody want to, I don't know, get in the muck, get dirty?
All right, I like it. Do you know what? We're going to do one thing each. Each of you gets to pick one thing before I'm going away. We're doing paintball. What do you want, Robin?
Oh, you each get to pick?
Yeah, everybody gets to pick one.
I want to fight you.
All right, we're going to fight, I guess.
Yeah.
That's going to teach you something. Okay. So, paintball, fisticuffs.
Go out to a restaurant.
We got a restaurant. Any particular one?
The guys can pick.
Come on, Valerie, pick something.
Yeah, you have good taste in food.
We can do pizza?
No, it's barbecue.
All right, we got a barbecue restaurant. I like
Yeah,
that.
There you go. Not so hard.
Yeah, you did it.
All right, what about you there? Can I have a Playboy magazine?
That's a good ask, Jack.
This is a group activity.
All right, I'll get everyone a magazine of their choosing.
Thank you, Jack.
Oh, hell, I'll get y'all a subscription. All right, everybody gets a year of what they want. So you set out for a true party night. I'm going to get rolls from each of you so we find out how all of these things go. You want to fight me before or after we eat?
Oh, first, I want to work up an appetite.
All right, so we're going to fight first. All right, so we're going to have a fight between Sheriff Cross. Not that you know that.
Yeah.
Well, the stats are coming out.
Yeah, I got to get the stats out now. Okay, I'm going to need brawl from you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fight. Let's play paintball. Can we go to a restaurant or something? Like, get some food, maybe take
All
it
right.
easy.
Let's see how it goes.
All right, Boss Cross. 2, 3, 4. Excuse me, 4 because of 2 10s. Right? 2 10s
Yep,
total
2
to
tens
4.
add up to,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes for Robin.
All right. He only got 5 successes. So, Robin, you are dancing around this ring with Sheriff Cross, and you win by points. You're darting in, and you're tagging him hard, and it is surprising to you because he has no flair. He has no style. His technique is medium. It's not great. It's not the worst. He's lashing out at you. He's tagging you, but not very hard as you're getting close. He's mostly playing defense. The thing that is surprising you as you start off kind of playing light with him.
Yeah.
And he says, come on, that all you got?
I'm going to show you what you invested in, boss.
Give me my money's worth. And you proceed to what should be beat the living shit out of him.
Yeah.
Just hitting him as hard as you can in all the soft spots. This guy does not flinch. Oof. No marks, no movement away. He can take any hit you were dishing out with a laugh, and he's laughing through this whole match. By the end of it, you are tired. In that, like, Homer Simpson's opponents in boxing, just exhausted from having beat him up. And he says, you got me. That was a good one.
Yeah, you're pretty good, too. Thanks. You're amazing.
It's all you, son. You got a gift.
No, you got the gift. I don't know where you look like you could just go another 10.
I do what I got to do as part of the old, shall we say, Southern charm.
Oh. All right, I'm asking for that next Christmas. Give me whatever the Southern charm is.
I'll see what I can do for you, son.
I think it's probably steroids.
Well, let's just say, my performance is enhanced by a certain familial history. Okay, so we got to go out. You want to do paintball or food next?
Val?
We want to get dirty before we go out to eat.
That's the spirit, Val.
All right.
All right, let's get dirty. And you all go to paintball. I'm going to need rolls from everybody for this because I want to see how this goes. What would your teams be? There are 5 of you.
All of us against Jack. No, I think it should be. I think it should be Jack and Mr. Cross because I think it's
versus
like
the team. Yeah.
Taking on the group?
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Okay, yes. We will do... Ooh, that's an interesting question. Yes. Okay, everybody roll me. It will be dexterity and weapons.
It's physical.
As far as
for
our
you guys.
breakdown.
So pool of 4 for
Yeah,
you
that
and
makes
I.
perfect sense for me. That works for me.
Can I have firearms?
You will get firearms for this. Yes, you will. Absolutely.
yes, you will get firearms.
Okay.
Oh,
These have been my Everett Fry dice for a while, and it's amazing how great you do when you don't have hunger dice in the pool. It's amazing what a well-fed vampire can do.
Uh-oh. We're having trouble over here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too big.
You're a good target.
I stick out of every hidden place. Like
Your finger doesn't make it between the trigger and the guard, and the trigger guard, you're too swollen.
Alrighty, let's find out everybody's total.
3 successes.
3 successes.
1 success.
So that'll be 4
No.
total. We're going to do...
It's 2 ones makes negative 2 successes. So you're negative 1 success.
That's a
All right,
good,
we got
good
3.
catch.
We got
That's
minus
what I thought
1
you were looking at.
3 over
and
here.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why I suggest this fucking game?
This is bullshit, you guys.
I don't want to be here anymore. I just want to have barbecue.
Well,
Okay, with a combined score of each side, for your team, a combined score of 5. Because You are all here ready to sneak around, do what you got to do. There's a big outdoor setup. You're able to dive between the wooden walls, the abandoned cars that they've got in position. You're able to storm the forts, and you guys have a numerical advantage. But the thing you had not factored in was John, who simultaneously is large, has no stamina because he does not train as a fighter, and was determined to get dirty. So he keeps stomping in puddles and going out of his way to like look really hard.
Splish, splash, I'm taking a bath.
And every time he storms into a building, he yells the name of one of his favorite bodybuilders, which when you hear someone bellowing, Lou Ferrigno, you know who's coming through. With a combined 9 successes. Wow.
That's too many.
Sheriff Cross and Jack take you guys apart.
Oh my God.
It is mainly Sheriff Cross. Like it's mainly Rufus Cross. Sorry, I can't help but bleed through his true identity.
Yeah.
He's still a sheriff then. But it's mainly Rufus who is handling this, which is just coming around a corner and getting pegged. And you're taking him in the eyes of like the visor, which seems cruel until Jack comes around a corner not paying attention and pegs you with 3 up the spine, and those really hurt. So you're aware that like, oh, it's being spaced around the helmet and the goggles a little bit more. You do have a good showing of your own, but it is resoundingly handed over to Jack, who it turns out is very fast and almost impossible to find. He can climb anything. You don't know how he's ending up on top of things. At one point, he hid in the trunk of an abandoned car, and you didn't even know that could open.
Yeah.
Just popped out and shot you, but like way too many times. He lacks the trigger discipline. Just hosing you with these things up close. So you were all covered in bruises.
Oh, yeah.
You were very dirty.
Jack is such a candy ass.
John did not successfully shoot anyone.
I'm like bleeding out of my ears. Some of the paintballs just lodged and cut the inside of my. Oh,
That's how we know you've actually been paintballing in real life.
Yeah.
And you all end up at a restaurant. You walk into the front of a barbecue restaurant at midnight. All of you covered in mud and paintballs. And Rufus Cross at the front says, "We'll take your finest table."
the one with the velvet.
And the person at the front goes, I don't know. And Rufus Cross takes out $100 and puts it on the desk. He says, "Your finest table." Sir, another $100. "I'm sorry, I think we have a misunderstanding. We'll take your finest table." "I don't know, $200 more. We're going to take your finest table or we're going to have a problem."
That amount of money is like worth like $5,000 in these days.
It's a lot of money.
It's a
the
very
80s.
nice restaurant. And Rufus Cross seems to be throwing out cash. He bought a car.
Yeah.
Out of the gate.
The government pays a lot.
Don't worry about this. This is a government salary. And you are all ushered into a beautiful table with velvet seats, and it's all laid out in the corner of this restaurant that can be seen by everywhere else. It's clearly where they want to seat VIPs if they come in this area.
Fancy barbecue.
Yeah.
It's the finest barbecue dining you can get in the city. It's Michelin star barbecue.
Silk bibs.
It's gorgeous. So you sit down. What do each of you order in this fancy meal?
So it's a whole rack of ribs.
I was going to say the same.
I will also do the ribs.
Yeah.
Just give us all the ribs you got. And I want to be clear. I don't mean some ribs. You give them all of the ribs. And you just have a table stacked high with ribs. And you all eat until 3 of you feel very sick and John feels normal.
Could I have some more, please?
And the ribs keep coming until you are driving back to the gym.
Yeah.
And you stop off at a 24-hour 7-Eleven store near the gym. You go inside and he says, "All right, what magazines you want?" "Subscription for you." "Come on, Robin, what do you want?"
It'll be like a boxing or martial arts magazine of some kind. Yeah.
"All right, we got Martial Arts Monthly. Put us down for the subscription." I know the owner. Yeah, Teddy, just put it down. All right, John?
Yeah, well, just because of its strong journalism and its look at the world, I'd like to get a National Geographic if I could.
Great. National Geographic from friend John.
Thank you.
I'm going with Jack Playboy.
All right. here's the deal. I'm going to get y'all 3 subscriptions to Playboy because you can have one for the room, but you shouldn't share Playboys amongst 4 people. It's too much. So you get your own. Mm-hmm. You get your own Jack. It's too weird to make you guys share. I'm getting 4. I'm sorry. Everybody's getting their own Playboy.
Do I still get National Geographic?
Yes, you get National Geographic. I'm not taking it away from you and replacing it. I know what. Do you not want Playboy?
I'll take it, sure.
I'll take his if he doesn't want it.
No, nobody's getting 2 Playboys. All right. So Playboys?
Yeah.
Do you want something instead of Playboy?
If I could get a different magazine. Yeah.
Okay, great. What's the other magazine you want?
This Popular Mechanics.
Fabulous. Popular Mechanics and National Geographic from a friend here.
Yay.
We got Martial Arts Monthly, then pornos all around. Except for this man, he wants to learn more about sciences, and we appreciate that. So those will be set up. They'll be here for you every month. You can come in and collect them. He drives you back to the gym. He says, y'all got to rest up. I won't be around here in person. I'll be around where I can. I'll do what I can for you from a distance. If anything pops up, you got the phone number one time.
Right.
One time, and I got to burn that number. So be careful.
Okay.
And if you don't hear my voice when you call, fucking hang up, burn that number.
Okay, Mr. Cross.
All righty. I love you all. You're all best. You all are the best.
Love you too, boss.
Love you, Mr. Cross.
Yeah. Love you too.
Yeah, I love you too. Perfect. Have a good night.
Hey, Val.
Yeah. Yeah, John, what's up?
I forgot to give you something I meant to give you a while back. And, I don't know. I feel like today is as good a time as any other time.
Okay.
So, I know how we're both into towels, and feelings and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, check out this towel I got. I got it from a specialty fabric store.
Taking this towel.
It's just a white towel. I know it's, just like a gym towel, but then when you unfurl it, in gold embossed thread, it says, Val has a heart of gold.
Wow. This... Thanks. That's really nice.
Yeah, it actually cost a fair amount, but Robin and I put our... What are you laughing about, asshole? Robin
told you don't tell people how much a present costs when you give it to them, John.
Well, okay, but Robin and I,
Valerie,
put together
fine.
our money and we got it, and it's not about how much it is. I just want you to know that you're like the sister we never had.
Thanks, and I like Val. It works.
Good, because there was a financial component to why we chose Val and not Valerie. So
It's kind of like
so
the less letters.
we said it, but yeah, okay.
It was a little
No,
cheaper.
it's good. I like it. Thank you.
I didn't get to put in money on that, but what they... but they...
Aren't you supposed to be getting coffee?
They told me there was a shortage, so I just haven't been paid for the last 2 months. I just like you guys. Oh, I'll get that coffee though. I'm sorry.
No, I was just joking. Come here, kiddo. Give me a hug.
Okay, here's a hug.
No, you don't hand me a hug. You have to come in for a hug.
Yeah, okay. And he comes in for a hug.
Here you go. Okay, there.
You're very big.
You're very tiny. Ebony and ivory right over here.
Yep, opposites. Okay.
You're like,
Do you guys want coffee?
Yes.
yeah, let's
Just something.
do coffee. Yeah.
And truly, like every family gathering, after a supremely weird evening where too much money was spent, strangers were weirded out. It was fun and everyone got what they wanted. There's porno that I hope we don't have to talk too much about. And it ended on an awkward moment. That was sort of good, but also a question mark. While something also tremendously heartfelt happened between siblings in the structure of this family as it stands. You all settle in for a year without Rufus Cross. What does that mean? What will that mean for any of you, for the business, for your personal relationships? How does that change things We will find out in the next episode.
This episode of Canada by Night features the voices of Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, and Guy Bradford, alongside storyteller Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra. Canada by Night's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR. All of their music is available at freemusicarchive.org. Canada by Night is a spin-off of the Dum Dums and Dice series Blood and Syrup. If you want to hear about what happened to Everett before he came to New Haven, look for Blood and Syrup anywhere podcasts can be found. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Sleep well, my kindred. Sleep well in this world of darkness.
Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Dragonfly, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Beef Not Cheese, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Adam, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adam Mir 101, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.